But do we actually know whether we're stressed? What does stress mean? Hello, I thought I'd quickly jump on and do a live for you today. The reason I wanted to do it today is because I've been doing a lot of thinking over the last few weeks, where I've been looking at who my niche is, who is my target person. I've been working on the fact that I really want to work with people who feel stressed, people who feel overwhelmed and lacking in confidence, right? And that's what I've built my program around. Those are the main topics really about feeling stressed, right? But do we actually know whether we're stressed? What does stress mean? Is all stress bad or is some of it good? Now, sometimes it's quite good to have a little bit of stress, right? So it gives us that little bit of get up and go. Come on, I need to get some stuff done today. So we do need to have some element of, we can call it stress, we can call it energy, we can call it enthusiasm, get go, whatever you want to call it. But having that kick up the backside, if you like, is good, right? Because we get some stuff done. But there's also really bad stress, right? Stress that if we've got it continually every day, then that's not good. So what are some of those signs? Well, they could be you can't concentrate. You're really tired because you're not sleeping very well. Because probably when you go to bed, your mind is just like constantly on the go. You can't shut it up. And therefore that's impacting your sleep. Or for us older women, perhaps it's sleepless nights for being hot and other reasons as well, right? So it lack of sleep is really, really difficult when you've got a busy life, right? Whether you're at home as a parent, whether you're working, or maybe you're doing both, right? Or a busy person. Doesn't matter what your career is, right? So if we are feeling tired, then we haven't got a lot of energy. And if we haven't got a lot of energy, then that's probably impacting our decision making because we can't really think with clarity and with focus. It could be that you've got no time for your partner. Maybe there's no sex life now because you're just exhausted. Maybe you're really irritable with your children, partner, work colleagues, clients even, which is not really a great place to be, right? So some of the other main issues could be that you're just really lacking in confidence as well, and that's increasing your stress levels. Because if you feel that you're not good enough and you can't do your job properly, or you think people don't think you can't do the job properly, so you've got a bit of imposter syndrome going on there, that all has a fundamental impact on our lives, right? That stops us from living our lives with purpose and passion because we're too busy worrying about what other people think about us. And that's all fear driven. And if we're spending our lives living in fear, then that's us using our imagination, right? Using our imagination in a really negative way. Then that really piles on the stress, right? So if we don't feel good enough, we don't think we may be any good at our job, maybe we just don't have time. Maybe we're just too busy being busy, right? So we're not taking time out for ourselves because you're too busy looking after everybody else. Maybe you're not going to the gym because you haven't got time. Maybe you're not eating properly because you haven't got time. And if you're running around looking after everybody else, maybe you're a carer, maybe you're a parent, maybe you're all of those working. It's really, really difficult. And I know that. I spent 35 years in the corporate world. I've been where you are. But in the last couple of years, I've made changes in my life. I've invested in myself. And now I'm living my life with purpose and passion as a successful therapist and coach. But sometimes I have to remind myself of all this stuff as well. So in all my training, I've learned different tools and techniques to keep me safe, to keep me calm, to help me sleep. But sometimes I forget as well. And that's happened to me quite recently. I've had a little dip of my toe back into the big wide world out there. And actually, I found it really made me quite angry because it really brought back all those feelings that I had when I was in my job. Everyone was like so busy, no time for themselves, working all the hours. And that's not the ideal solution, right? So, what I want you to do now really is just to think about what's your life like at the moment? Are you actually taking time out for you? And what I mean by that is, are you just taking time out maybe to meditate or just to sit by yourself and just be quiet, just to do some grounding, or to take time to go and do your exercise, whatever you love doing? I mean, I use the gym example, but I couldn't think of anything worse than going to the gym. Exercise classes, yes, but gym, no. But what I love now is doing yoga. Yoga is my thing, and that's really good because that's actually releasing feelings and emotions from your body as well, which is really, really good for you. But just taking time out to do something that you want, no other distractions. It could be going out with your friends, right, and having fun. That's fine too. But we really need to make sure that we're all finding that little bit of time every day, even if it's just 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, where we can actually be at peace. It might be running that bath, lighting your candles, listening to your music. You know, for you men, maybe it's going to your little man cave, doing whatever you need to do to just take time out. Because if we don't do that and we don't look after ourselves, then we're not going to be in a fit state to help everybody else. Right? So always remember, when the mask comes down, when they tell you that on a plane, put your mask on first, because if you don't, then how are you going to help other people? And it is so true. So when I work with my clients, I really go back to basics. We really go back to, are you looking after yourself? So we solve the problem of, let's see if you're taking time out for yourself. If you're not, what can we do to do that? Right? We're going to learn all about belief systems. What is your blueprint? Why do you feel that so guilty that you can't take time out for yourself? But also looking at how that impacts our bodies and how we really need to understand that our mind and body connection is a thing. It's just not a word, a couple of words. It is actually a thing. And I only learned how to do that myself in the last year, or probably even 6 months, how to actually connect to my body and really start understanding what's going on for me. I'm nowhere near a perfect model of this, but I do understand it now. And that's what I like to teach my clients, that we need to release feelings and emotions from our body, right? So it's about taking time out, listening to our body, really understanding what we really want, and listening and actioning. It might feel selfish sometimes, but actually it is the best thing, because we only get one crack at life, right? And if we can be the best version of ourselves, then our families, our friends, our work colleagues, our clients, they will benefit from that too, because they will be feeling that energy off of you and going, oh, I really want what you've got. And that's where we want to be. We want to release ourselves from this tired, old, negative energy and raise our vibration so that we can be happy, we can have fun, and we can live our lives the best way we can. So I actually have a stress quiz that I've created, and also a really lovely calming audio. If any of you watching this would like it, please either DM me or put a message in the comments, and I'll get it sent over to you. And really, I've designed this really just so that you can take time out and just relax. I think it's about 15 minutes-ish long. It's not that long. That's not long at all, is it, to take time out for yourself? So if you're interested, DM me, message me, do whatever you need to do to get my attention, right? And I'll make sure I get that over to you. I'm going to be dropping in a little bit more frequently and really talking about stress and the impacts of stress, because it is one of the biggest killers, right? And we need to really start acknowledging this and understanding, so that we can live our lives with purpose and passion and be unstoppable. Thank you for watching. See you later.